Beloved soul, today I bring you a message directly from God. Someone is being guided to you just as you are being guided to them. Right now, even if you feel alone, even if you wonder if love or connection will ever come your way, know this. The universe, through God's hand, is quietly preparing a meeting of hearts that will change your life. Your journey may have been long, filled with trials, waiting, and moments of doubt. But God wants you to understand something profound. Every step you've taken, every tear you've shed, every moment you've spent praying or hoping it, is all leading you to a divine appointment, even now. Somewhere in the world, someone is being prepared for you. They are being molded by life's experiences, learning, growing, and evolving into the person your soul recognizes. At the same time, God is shaping you, teaching you patience, resilience, forgiveness, and love, so that when you meet as whole beings ready to experience something sacred. Body, understanding divine timing. God's timing is perfect, even when ours feel slow. Often we rush relationships or force connections, but the most beautiful meetings happen when both souls are ready. Think of rivers that must carve their path through mountains before meeting the sea. They do not rush, yet eventually they flow perfectly together. Signs of being guided. Pay attention to subtle signs, perhaps an unexpected encounter, a feeling of anticipation, or an intuition that someone is coming your way. God speaks to us in whispers, not always in shouts. Notice the small nudges, the coincidences that feel too perfect to ignore. Healing and preparing yourself. God often brings the right person when your heart is healed. When past wounds are transformed into wisdom, and when you know your worth, take this time to grow spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Trust that God is not just guiding them to you, but preparing you for the journey ahead. Faith in the unseen. Trusting God means having faith in what you cannot yet see. Even if months or years pass, know that the one who is meant for you is being guided toward you, and you too are being guided toward them. Imagine the moment of you're meeting the energy, the recognition, the divine spark that will confirm that this encounter was meant to be. So tonight, close your eyes and breathe in the assurance of God's guidance. Visualize the person who is being led to you, even if you do not know them yet. Feel the peace in your heart as God aligns your paths. Remember, the journey is as important as the destination. Every step you take, every prayer you whisper, every act of kindness, love, and faith brings you closer to this divine meeting. The story is unfolding, beloved soul. Someone is coming, just as you are being guided, toward them. Trust it, believe it, and prepare to receive the blessings God has in store. Asterisk, beloved soul. God is weaving an invisible thread, invisible yet unbreakable, connecting your paths across time, distance, and circumstance. Imagine a thread, golden and radiant, stretching from your heart to theirs. You cannot see it yet, but every moment, every choice, every prayer strengthens it. God's hand is steady, careful, and intentional. This is not coincidence, and it is not luck. It is divine orchestration. Your lives are moving toward each other in ways that only God can measure and perfect. Understanding the divine thread and visible guidance. Sometimes the person meant for you is already near, perhaps in your workplace, your community, or even among friends of friends. Other times they are far away, experiencing life lessons, heartbreaks, and triumphs. God is guiding them as carefully as He is guiding you. You may not see the signs immediately, but every interaction, every turn-in, your life is aligning you closer to each other. Patience as a spiritual tool. Patience is not merely waiting, it is active preparation. It is trusting that God's timing is perfect, even when your heart feels restless. Every trial, every delay, every moment of longing is not in vain. It is a divine workshop where God is shaping your character, softening your heart, and preparing you to recognize love when it arrives. The power of prayer and visualization. Speak to God about this divine connection. Pray not for control, not for force, but for alignment. Visualize the meeting, the energy, the conversation, the laughter, the comfort. This is not fantasy, it is spiritual tuning. The more you focus on the qualities you seek in your relationship, patience, kindness, trust, faith, the more God can guide the right person to you who matches your spiritual frequency. Signs you are being guided toward each other's synchronicity. Perhaps you notice repeating numbers, recurring dreams, or moments of inexplicable intuition. These are God's subtle signals. They are reminders that He is orchestrating your encounter. When you act from a place of faith, you feel peace, even in uncertainty. The calm within your heart is a sign that God is guiding you rightly, that you are moving toward something sacred, alignment of values and purpose. God does not just connect to people, He aligns souls. When your purpose, values, and dreams are harmonized with theirs, you will recognize each other's hearts. You will feel it in a deep, unspoken way, a resonance of spirit that tells you, this is right. Lessons from the journey. Growth comes before meeting. You are being prepared to love fully and selflessly. Every challenge you face is a lesson. Every tear is a cleansing of old wounds. Every moment of loneliness is a refining of your soul. Release control. Let go of forcing connections, expecting immediate results, or questioning God's timing. Surrender brings clarity. When you release the need to control, God fills the space with guidance and divine opportunities. Trust the waiting room. The waiting period is sacred. It is where faith is deepened, patience is cultivated, and gratitude is strengthened. In this season, focus on becoming the person you are meant to be. So when you meet, your union is one of completeness and joy. Stories of divine alignment. Imagine two individuals, miles apart, each facing personal trials, praying in silence, unaware of each other's existence. Yet God is guiding them toward a city, a community, or an event where their paths will finally cross. When that moment comes, it feels inevitable, effortless, and beautiful. The sense of recognition, the warmth, the instant connection. It is God's signature on the meeting. It's considered those who waited years for their soulmate. Each setback, heartbreak, or disappointment was God's way of preparing them for the right person. By the time they met, both hearts had matured, and the love that blossomed was deeper, richer, and more resilient than anything they had imagined. Take time each day to reflect on your life and your spiritual path. Ask God to guide your heart, mind, and actions. Gratitude practice. Be thankful for the present, even if your desired connection has not yet manifested. Gratitude strengthens faith and attracts positive energy. Engage in acts of kindness, service, and love. When your heart is open and generous, it resonates with divine frequency, drawing your counterpart closer. Spiritual awareness. Pay attention to dreams, signs, coincidences, and intuitive nudges. God speaks in subtle ways. The more attuned you are, the more aligned your path becomes. Beloved soul, remember this: someone is being guided to you as you are being guided to them. This is not a random chance, but a divine plan unfolding before your eyes. Every step, every choice, every prayer, every act of faith is bringing you closer to a sacred meeting of hearts. Stay patient, and stay faithful, stay prepared. And when the time comes, when God finally allows your paths to cross, you will know it was always meant to be. Every moment leading up to it was a part of the masterpiece that God is painting in your life. Beloved soul, you've already journeyed through understanding God's guidance and recognizing the divine thread that connects you to the person being guided toward you. God's plan is intricate, it does not rush, and it does not delay. Every encounter, every sign, every intuitive nudge is purposeful. Someone is being guided to you, just as you are being guided to them. The energy between your souls is already converging, even if your eyes have not yet met. Tonight, I want you to open your heart fully. I want you to feel the anticipation, the divine reassurance, and the joy of knowing that a meeting carefully orchestrated by God is approaching. This is your time to prepare for recognition, to attune your spirit, and to embrace the sacred alignment that is coming. The energy of soul recognition, soul resonance. When your paths cross, there is an unmistakable resonance. You may feel a sense of familiarity, comfort, and ease, though you have known this soul for a lifetime. God designs these meetings to feel natural, effortless, and profoundly moving. Instant spiritual connection, beyond conversation or physical. Attraction, you will sense a deep spiritual alignment. Your values, dreams, and intentions will harmonize with theirs. Even in silence, you will communicate through your energy, your gestures, and your intuition. Signs of divine meeting. Watch for the signs. Perhaps you will meet unexpectedly at a place you frequent, through mutual friends, or even online. Or maybe a shared interest or event will bring you together. God orchestrates these moments with precision. So stay attentive and spiritually aware. Preparing your heart and mind release past attachments. Often, God guides the right person to us after we have released old attachments, disappointments, or fears. Let go of what no longer serves your soul. Make room for this new divine connection. Practice forgiveness. Forgive yourself and others. A heart unburdened by resentment is receptive to love. When you meet the person being guided to, your heart will be open, clear, and ready to receive without hesitation. Cultivate spiritual sensitivity. Spend time in meditation, prayer, and reflection. Ask God to attune your spirit to recognize the divine connection. When you meet them, you will feel a profound inner knowing, a quiet, unwavering certainty that this is the person meant for you. Celebrate your growth. Every challenge, every period of waiting, every lesson learned prepares you to be the person capable of experiencing this sacred connection. Celebrate your journey, for it is leading you exactly where you need to be. The power of divine timing in action. Consider the rivers that carve valleys over decades. They do not rush, yet their paths are perfect. Similarly, God shapes your journey to ensure that when you meet, both hearts are ready. Some of the most beautiful connections occur after seasons of trial and growth. The waiting period is sacred, designed to help you become whole. So the meeting is not just romantic, it is transformative. Divine timing often defies human logic. You may feel the presence of your soulmate long before you meet, in dreams, intuitions, or moments of spiritual clarity. These are God's preparations, signaling that your alignment is underway. Stories of recognition and divine encounters. Imagine two souls walking separate paths for years. Each has faced heartbreak, challenges, and periods of solitude. Yet, they have been growing, healing, and preparing. One day, through a small, seemingly insignificant moment, a shared glance, a mutual laugh, a gentle conversation, God orchestrates their paths to converge. The recognition is instant, profound, and undeniable. Many people have experienced this divine recognition in ordinary moments: a coffee shop, park, a bookstore, or even through a mutual friend. The universe conspires to bring hearts together. At the perfect time, your story will be no different. Remember, beloved soul, the person being guided to you may already be praying for you, thinking of you and preparing their heart. God's hand is moving quietly but powerfully. Trust the process. Embrace the anticipation. Spiritual practices to enhance recognition, prayer for alignment. Pray not for control, but for clarity, guidance, and readiness. Ask God to prepare your heart and theirs for the sacred meeting. Visualization exercises. Imagine the qualities of the person being guided to you. The conversations, the joy, the spiritual connection. Visualize your energy aligning with theirs. This strengthens the divine thread. Journaling and reflection. Write down your thoughts, prayers, and observations. Reflect on your growth, your lessons, and your readiness for divine love. Gratitude. For the journey, even before meeting, express gratitude for the person being guided to you. Gratitude opens your heart and accelerates divine alignment. Every step you take, every prayer you whisper, every act of love and kindness is drawing you toward the sacred encounter God has prepared. Someone is being guided to you as you are being guided to them. Feel it, trust it, prepare for it. And remember, when the moment comes, recognition will flow through your soul like a river, instant and undeniable. the patience, the waiting, the growth, it will all culminate in a meeting that is divinely orchestrated and eternally meaningful. Beloved soul, we have walked through the journey of divine guidance. We have understood the thread of destiny. We have explored how to prepare and recognize, and now, in this final part, we stand at the doorstep of fulfillment. God says, someone is being guided to you as you are being guided to them. This is not only a promise, it is a certainty. What begins as a whisper in your spirit will soon become a reality in your life. God's hand does not waver, His plans do not fail, and His timing is never late. Even as you listen now, events are unfolding behind the veil. Paths are shifting, circumstances are rearranging. God is setting the stage for a divine encounter that will remind you of His love, His wisdom, and His perfect orchestration. The moment of divine meeting, the sacred spark, when you meet you, will not need convincing. Energy will be pure, peaceful, and undeniable. You will feel as though you have come home, not to a place, but to a person. God's signature. Divine connections carry God's signature: peace, joy, and clarity. There is no confusion, no chaos, no fear. Instead, there is harmony, flow, and a deep sense of belonging. Beyond human effort, this meeting will not depend on manipulation, chance, or effort alone. It will feel as though the universe itself aligned in your favor, because it did. God Himself aligned your steps. The role of faith and patience. Many grow weary in waiting, believing the promise is delayed. But beloved, know this: every second of waiting is building depth in your soul, preparing you for the connection of a lifetime. Trusting God means walking with confidence even when you cannot see the full path. The same God who created galaxies is weaving your love story. If He can set the stars in place, He can guide two hearts together. Patience is the bridge between promise and fulfillment. Do not despise the bridge. It is what carries you into the arms of the one being guided to you. Living in expectation, faith in action. Expect that good things are coming. Expect that prayers are answered. Expect that the divine connection is not a dream, but a destined reality, an energy of readiness. When you live with expectation, you prepare differently. You smile more. You forgive faster. You let go of burdens easier. Because your heart knows something wonderful is on its way. Celebrating before the arrival. Do not wait to celebrate when they arrive. Celebrate now. Thank God in advance for the connection. Gratitude attracts blessing, and joy is the magnet for divine encounters. A vision of the future, together picture it with me. Two souls. Once wandering, once longing, once praying separately, finally meeting as God intended. Imagine the first smile, the first word, the peace that floods the heart. Imagine conversations flowing like rivers, laughter filling the silence, and a sense of destiny surrounding you both. This connection will not just be about love, it will be about purpose. Together you will build, inspire, grow, and touch lives. God does not simply bring two people together to make them happy, He brings them together to fulfill destiny. You are not just finding love, you are aligning with your purpose partner. Encouragement for the waiting soul, beloved, do not lose hope. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. Even in your quiet nights and silent prayers, God hears you. He sees your heart. He knows your desires, and He is already at work. The waiting may feel heavy, but the reward will be greater than the wait. The love, the companionship, the divine connection will erase the pain of waiting, and you will say, "It was worth it. Every moment was worth it." Hold on to hope. Let faith be your anchor. Let patience be your teacher. And let love be your guide. For someone is truly being guided to you, just as you are being guided to them, beloved soul. This is the truth you must hold close to your heart. God is aligning your steps. Someone is walking their own journey right now, perhaps unaware of you, but deeply connected to you in spirit. Just as you are being shaped, refined, and prepared, they are too. You will meet. The timing will be perfect. The recognition will be instant. The love will be divine, and together you will walk a path that glorifies God and fulfills the desires of your heart. So tonight, let go of fear, release doubt, embrace faith, live in joy. For the promise is alive, the process is unfolding, and the fulfillment is near. God says someone is being guided to you as you are being guided to them. Trust it, believe it, and prepare your heart, for the divine meeting is already on its way.